please call me Happy. I'm from Osaka, Japan. And what else? Can I say? I mean, could you repeat that again, please?
Okay. So tell us a little bit about some of the strategies you use as you learn, you try to practice your English with your partners either on Tandem or any other social platform. What strategies do you use?
Oh, I see. Thank you. So I'm studying English for more than 20 years, but my English not that good. But I always try to write some a bunch of English sentences. So as I pronouncing them, and sorry, I know. Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Uh, Thank you. And that Olga, I was with her with another party yesterday, and she was trying to destroy the party. And so I reported her. Yeah, thank you.
Interesting.
Thank you for that information. I appreciate it. Okay. So now, Ingrid. What's up, Ingrid?
Spicy.
All right. So Ingrid, a quick introduction of yourself and share with us what social strategies do you use to practice your English with your, language learning partners.
Ingrid just
Ingrid, you there?
My name is Ingrid. I have
Stanley, can you
You're
mute?
kind of muted.
Stanley, can you mute your mic?
I did.
Thank you.
and I speak so bad. I don't have a basic for English. I need study for this. I listened this.
Okay, great. So thank you for being here and just saying one or two stuff. We appreciate that. Now let me go to
Ingrid,
Kosim.
can I ask you a question? Can I ask Ingrid a question?
Okay,
How are
yeah.
you, Zach?
Ingrid, please,
Yes.
just answer me.
Stanley, what is it? What question? Yeah, you can.
Yes, well, yes. Ingrid, are you a spicy girl?
What?
Spicy? Spicy girl, Brazilian woman, Latino, spice?
Stanley, come on, dude. You can do better than that. I've been talking with you in several conversations today. What's up, dude?
Ingrid, you don't have to answer that
In,
if you're not comfortable.
in several conversations, I don't remember. I think we talked yesterday, didn't we?
Yeah, well, you're yesterday, why today, but really, you can be a very nice conversation. But now it's somehow a class over here, so it's just a little bit different from other parties, you know?
Yeah, it is. I'm agree with Maria. So I will be pleasant to keep going our conversation on the topic. And I'm going to share it is.
Stanley, I want you to mute your mic for a while. I'll come back to you, okay? Then whatever you have to say, you can say that.
Yes,
okay.
yes, of course, Isaac. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's all right. Now, Kosim, introduction of yourself and share with us some of the strategies you use, to kind of practice your English with your partners on Tandem or any other, language learning platform.
All right. My name is Kasim. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Tajikistan. So I'm doing my master's degree right now. I think the best strategy is to meet, any people, random people who speaks English and practice, the best way, which works for me. So, and also, conversations like this makes you better, in speaking, listening also.
Great, great. Speaking and listening. That's wonderful. Now let me go to Samyak. What's up, Samyak?
Hello everyone. Hello Isaac.
How are you doing, man?
You're doing great, man.
Great.
Thanks for asking.
So, what are your thoughts or your distant? What strategies do you
I
use?
think
Yeah, share with us.
I think being true to myself and also genuinely having a conversation, genuinely try to make the conversation. So yeah, being myself is the best strategies that I use.
Great, being yourself, accepting your vulnerabilities and your mistakes and all that, right? And just going for it. Thank you so much, Samya. Now, Stanley, finally is your turn.
Oh,
So,
Isaac, Isaac Newton told me that I can that I can speak. Wow, okay. And it's not even Isaac Newton, but Isaac Newton, the black guy.
I don't know where you're getting this from, but I am.
So seriously now, bro. Like, tell me how does gravity work?
I wish I knew, but because I'm not.
Yo, don't lie to me, man. I know you're smart. I know you're the smartest guy. I know.
It is. It is, yeah.
All right, Stanley, I like the fact that you're trying to, infuse some humor into this discussion, and I appreciate that. That's wonderful. You're making me smile as as I conduct this party. Thank you so much. But
So, by the way, Isaac, I see. Okay, I'm sorry that I interrupting our conversation, but I see you have a book, and you have your own YouTube channel, and really thanks to you, so that you're making such videos for us, for
Yeah.
beginners who want to learn English more.
You
It's
actually have a
really
YouTube channel.
useful. It's really helpful for us, maybe for me personally. So I'm really thanks to you in general. That's all.
Isaac, you actually have a YouTube channel, man.
Yeah. So it's
That's
just
cool.
based on tandem conversations. You come here, you practice your English. You go back to the channel. You listen to yourself. You identify your mistakes and you correct them. Basically, it also helps to build your confidence because not many people have the confidence to speak as they are being recorded. So when you attend these kind of
Right.
parties, you build your confidence in this way.
Right. Isaac,
So
send
do
me
you
the link,
record and
man.
upload these
I'm gonna
conversations?
subscribe.
Yeah. It's being recorded, so you can go back.
Specific
You can
words
what?
and subtitles. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
For
So
sure, man. Sure.
you can
I'm gonna
follow the
follow
link.
you, bro.
Have you seen the link? The link in the description. That is
Oh, okay.
yeah. You can follow that link and don't forget to subscribe and hit the
How many subs you got?
come again.
How many subs? Like, how many subscribers you got?
I just started. It's about 90 plus.
It's okay. Yeah, nice.
It's a week today. It's been a week.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'm gonna watch you.
So, all right. So again, if you want to join, I want you to join. The main point is I want you to come to the speaker session. By the way, the listeners, please come to the speaker section, okay, and express yourself. Try to practice your English here because it's being recorded. Now, after that, you can go to the YouTube channel and listen to yourself. When you do this, you're building your confidence because again, sometimes when you are being recorded or when you're speaking in public, the pressure, right, is way too high. But when you start from here, it's like you're building your confidence bit by bit. And again, you can also see the mistakes you're making and you will correct them. Right. So again, follow the link in the description and go to the channel and subscribe to it. Now let's continue with the.
Isaac, can I ask you some question?
Okay, go for it, Samia. Go for it.
Like, can you tell me about your background? Like, how did you get started doing all of these? And like, are you a native speaker or you're not?
Okay, thank you so much. That's such a wonderful question. First of all, I'm not a native speaker, but in my country, English is a second language. It is our official language. So beginning from kindergarten all the way to university, we learn English, and English is the language that we use to conduct any official, event and activities. Like if you go to, university, like any official activities, we use English. We actually speak English in our country. I'm a Ghanaian. That is where I'm from, and Ghana speak English. English is our official language, and
Yeah, same with India.
Come
I
again.
had a friend.
You do? That's great. So I'm a business English teacher. That is my profession. That is what I do for a living, and I have a passion. I believe teaching is my passion. It's my purpose actually. So I'm here to add value to people's life. So that is why I decided to conduct this party and also put it on YouTube so that you can look at your mistakes and build your confidence as well. Because like as a teacher, I know how difficult it is for some people, to build their confidence as they are learning a second language. And also when you are beginning, sometimes it's difficult to know the mistakes you're making and that impede your progress. But if you know that, yeah, this is a mistake I'm making, and if you can go back and correct it, it kind of speed up the process. So that with that idea, I decided to start all of this. So thank you, Samyak, for that question.
You're doing great
That's so,
work, man.
yeah, that's so cool.
That's
that,
really
like,
wonderful. That's really wonderful. Yeah.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
No information.
Olga, what did you say?
I said that you are talking too much.
I'm talking too much?
And maybe sometimes you could be a good person when you will ask somebody, how do you doing, or something like this. If you are thinking about to be a director of the group, for example, I think that you want to be a director of the group. But perfectly, we could see that it will be better for you to not doing anything.
I didn't fully
I'm
understand.
confused also, like, that's somehow a group of, well, he's the host and we kind of learning his way of
Okay,
seeing
he is the
strategies.
host.
Yeah, he's the host, and he actually made the group about, like, he's sharing with us the strategies
Okay,
of
Sam,
learning.
if
Yeah,
you are
learning.
first time in this app, you are host.
Olga, this is not my first time. As you can see, I'm hosting a featured party, and I've been doing this for.
Why you so serious always?
I'm not. I'm not serious. I'm a teacher here, and I'm trying to share some strategies.
You're a teacher. Your job is a teacher.
Wow.
No, he's a teacher in this conversation.
No.
You that's
asking
confusing.
him.
I mean, that's
Maria, I'm asking him. He's an adult man. He can explain me about his job himself.
Okay, Olga. Olga, first of all, this is what I got to say to you. Thank you for their criticism. I really appreciate it. So you want me to kind of you want me to dial down.
What is your job?
You want me to dial down and have like casual conversation, but
No, I'm asking you like adult man. What is your job, or what are you doing for living?
Okay, great. I'm gonna tell you. I'm a business
Okay.
author.
I'm sorry. But by the way, it's really interesting. I'm really interested about this too. Okay, I want to know this too. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry for interrupting you.
So,
Okay.
Olga, I'm a teacher. I'm a business English teacher. That's what I do for a living. That is what I do.
You're a business teacher, English teacher.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm very happy for you.
What?
I'm very happy for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for.
Maybe I think that you are a very good teacher.
Okay, thank you, Olga. Thank you so much. Now, if you have any contribution to the topic, we will appreciate it so much. But now let's move forward, okay? So we were talking about asking for correction because if you're a beginner, sometimes you don't know whether you're making a mistake or not.
Oui, sûr.
Olga, please. Right. So
What's
that's
going on?
That was
What's
confusing.
yeah. That
okay?
was. I'm really taken aback, like surprised. But that's okay.
Uh,
Criticism is okay.
you didn't anything wrong. She's just I don't know. Maybe it's her fault. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I think the point is that why she was confused about all that is usually, well, there are a lot of groups like where people just blah blah about whatever. And well, maybe she didn't read that it's somehow a main topic, and well, that's why maybe I guess that's why she was maybe acting like that.
Great, great. And if you remember when she came, I was like, what is your thoughts on this? Like she was given the opportunity to express herself. But again, misunderstanding. So it happens, in conversation, communication. It's one of the barriers of, yeah, so it's okay. It's really warmly welcomed such a criticism. Great. All right, so let's welcome Happy. What's up, Happy and Ingrid, right? So, Happy, first of all, um, a quick introduction of yourself and, tell us about some of the strategies you use to have, conversation or to learn or practice your language with your partners.
My English is not bad. My English is
Oh my God, guys, is this the Black Isaac Newton?
I'm sorry. Can you speak a little loudly?
Stanley,
I'm sorry, can you hear me?
I'll get back to you. So can you just hang on for a minute?
Are you the Black Isaac Newton?
I will answer that in a while. I'll answer that in a jiffy. So just hang on a minute. I'll come back to you. So Happy, yeah.
I gotta know.
I don't understand.
Oh, bro, I'm so curious.
Stanley, I'm not. I'm not a black version of Isaac Newton.
Are you sure? Are you sure? You really look like him, bro.
Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna get back to you in a while, and we will talk more about that. But first of all, let's give Happy the opportunity to express. Julio, what is your thoughts on asking questions for confirmation and explanation?
Okay, there are many questions that are framed very well. For example, there are parties like when they start to, like, do you know the Spanish idioms or do you know English phrases? So the room all is framed into those, like putting examples on whether it's idioms or whether it's phrases or whether it's cultural facts, maybe. Some things like that, they are frames in a positive way, so you don't need to ask much, but giving examples, maybe. But there are other kind of parties where they frame a little bit like they want to debate or something. So maybe that's mostly like confirmation, like to confirm their thoughts. Like you have to enter with a vision that you want to debate and to gather with the people that have the same thoughts as you. Otherwise, it's going to be a kind of a scenario where everybody's fighting, right? So the framing is very important in the questions. And yeah, I like also, there are many kinds of questions, and maybe to open the conversation or to keep going or to understanding. Yeah, I guess confirmation or confirmation is depends on the framing. Yeah, but in the depends if you are initiating or you are continuing with the conversation. Maybe, yeah, there are three kinds of scenarios in this time.
Thank you, Julio. Thank you, right, for that contribution. Now, Mahdi, what is your thoughts on that?
Excuse me, I have lost the topic.
Okay. So Mahdi, what's your thoughts on asking questions for explanation and confirmation when you're having conversation or a chat with your language learning partner?
Yeah, I think that's maybe the only solution to get the information or the response. So we should ask to know the information and to clarify about some questions. So so I think it's the only solution. If, for example, we will not ask some questions, it will be very difficult for us to know or to run the conversation.
Thank you, Maldi. Now, just a quick recap for what we've talked about so far. So, asking questions for confirmation and clarification. We're saying we should ask some questions, but not too much questions that it will impede the fluency of the conversation, right? We can ask some questions, but they should be relevant and they should be meaningful to the topic or the topic and the discussion. And again, the questions that we ask should be short and clear so that at the end of the day, we move forward with the conversation. These are the things we've talked about so far as asking questions for explanation and confirmation is concerned. So you can ask questions, but make sure that you're not asking too many questions, and also make sure that the questions you're asking are relevant to the topic that you are discussing. Thank you so much. Now, let me give a shout out to the listeners, and then we will continue the conversation. Is that okay? Now, from Hussein, I hope I'm mentioning your name correctly. So from Hussein all the way to Visney, I see all of you. Thank you for joining the party. It's such a pleasure to have you here listening to us. Now, I want you to understand that you can always join us here. Now, if you see in the description, there is a link. That is my YouTube channel. Now, what I do is I'm recording this conversation, and the purpose for this recording is that you can go back and listen to the conversation and note the mistakes you were making, and therefore have the opportunity to correct them. That is the main purpose. So I want you to come here, join us in the speaker session. Tell us about, express yourself basically. Tell us about your thoughts, your opinion on the topic we are discussing. And after that, you can go there, you can go to the channel and then watch and see how you are speaking, see your fluency level, search for the mistakes you're making and have the opportunity to correct them. And whilst you are there, don't forget to like, subscribe, of course, to the channel. So let's continue with the conversation. Now, the next strategy I want to share with you is, okay, before that, let me ask Maria. Maria, any other strategy you may want to share with us before I say anything?
Well, I think we've been talking about a bunch of strategies here already about like watching movies, listening for music, reading, and whatever. Obviously, trying to get to know other cultures and asking questions. I don't really see anything I can add in this. Like, yeah, you can always play games. By the way, games helps also to know the person better and to learn the language somehow. But I guess that's it. Like, there is nothing coming in my mind right now.
Great. Playing games is one of the wonderful ways you can get to know somebody. You're having fun and also exploring each other, which is a very unique way, an interesting way to learn a language. Thank you so much for that, Maria. Liana, any other strategy you might want to add?
Yes. I think reading a book helped me once in one period in my life, but reading it on Amazon Kindle, And this like it's an electronic book, and this book has a wonderful function which is translating like directly, and they put Wikipedia in it too, so you have translation and explanation of the word you don't know. And I choose it like a very simple book because it was my very first book in English. It was called like it was a book for teenagers called Our Stars or something like that, crying in our stars or something like that. And it helped me with my vocabulary. Like I learned a lot of English words thanks to this reading.
Thank you, Liana. Reading. Thank you so much. Asil, any other strategy you might want to add before we move forward?
Actually, like separate strategy, a new one, or regarding the previous one?
Okay, great. All right. So now the next one I wanna talk about is, again, this is about asking question, but this time it's not for explanation, it's not for confirmation, but this time it's for correction. You know, a beginner, right, and an advanced. You know, that the relationship between a beginner and an advanced language, learners. You see, there are so many mistakes that we make when we are a beginner in the language that we're trying to learn. The only way we can, know is to ask some questions for correction, right? So you ask the other person, whether you are, like what you're saying is making sense, or whether you're making some mistakes and stuff like that, right? So again, asking for correction is one of the strategies we can use. And how do you know that probably you need to ask some questions for correction? And that is where you need to be, careful, or you need to be alert in terms of, the conversation. If you're having a face-to-face, one-on-one conversation with your partner, probably you can see the person's facial expressions and body language, and from there you can ask some questions like, hey, am I making sense, or did I make a mistake, or do you want me to explain further? In that case, you get to know some mistakes you're making, because the person is gonna point out the mistakes that you're making, and that will help you to kind of correct those mistakes. But again, if you're having the face-to-face...
Can you say something about what you're saying in Russian?
Yeah, Olga, go ahead. What is that?
In Russian, it means «ты сам себе не надоел». This means if you agree what you're saying, if you are not tired of what you're saying.
Wow, if you agree with what I'm saying, if you're not tired with what I'm saying, right?
You are saying too much. Why you're not tired?
Okay, thank you for that.
Well, I would translate it probably, aren't you tired from your own self? That would be the more correct way of translating this Russian phrase.
Wow. Thank
It's
you.
like, aren't you tired
I'm
of
so
yourself,
sorry.
like, of your questions?
I'm so sorry.
Now, Olga, I mean, that's a great, like, I'm sorry, girl, I was just trying to make it more clear. And that's actually a great word to apply to this topic, really. Like, the great sentence.
Wonderful. Thank you, Olga.
Maria, you're a perfect woman, and you're looking good, and you're talking perfectly.
Thank you, love.
Maria, that is a wonderful compliment right there for Maria. What's up, Maria? Okay, so
Maria is blushing right now.
Yeah. I can feel that for you. Great.
Yeah.